Hello and welcome to session one of the Paternoster Marketing course, and I'm so happy to see you here. Today we are going to talk about why more marketing is just a bigger band-aid. I put out a post about a plumber recently, uh, and that was very similar to what I'm going to talk about. And I've put out something that resonated with a lot of you about a roofer who actually used duct tape to try and fix my gutter, and that is the honest truth. So why why are we laughing about it really? We are laughing because it's comical that somebody would pull that trick. But unfortunately, businesses are trying to apply a duct tape over bleeding revenue. And that's what I'm here to stop with the Paternoster system. And I hope that you're going to enjoy this presentation. So let's get started. Now, so let's move on to something that I call in my book the funnel fallacy. And that's such a massive thing. And unfortunately, nobody talks about it. But fortunately for me, because it led me to developing this amazing system, but there is a lot of resistance in the market because everyone's still trying to sell funnels and push them together, and they are just not working. And if you are a CEO or a CTO or a CFO, you know that there is a problem. Unfortunately, marketing agencies don't want you to know that there is a problem because they want to sell you the funnels. It's as simple as that. So basically, what happens is your company has a revenue leak. So you're putting everything together, but they don't fit. And in the gaps, you're actually bleeding revenue, leads, customers, and everything in between. And that's annoying if you're looking at the bottom line, which we are. That's what makes us different. So it's costing businesses millions, and I'm not actually over exaggerating there. There is millions of pounds lost in this. Because what people do is, oh, yeah, our marketing's not working, and there's a leak in the bucket. How can we stay afloat? Let's pour more water in it. But at the end of the day, you're still leaking no matter what. So you've got to fix the leak instead of pouring more water in. And that's the whole idea behind Paternoster marketing. You've got to say goodbye to funnels, say goodbye to campaigns, and build a system that's leak proof. So in this slide, I'm demonstrating what's the architecture of failure, and I discuss this in chapter 3 of my book in more detail. So if you're interested, it's on Amazon, but I will also put the entire link on my website to all the workbooks, all the resources, and everything uh, on this video, so you can go and check it out. So my work as a revenue systems architect is to reveal the blueprint or the system that is has actually no holes. So it's going round and round and round, and because of that motion, you can't get out. It's like a carousel. The faster it moves, the harder it is for you to jump off. But it has to be built from the ground up. So the main problem is the systematic leaks that no amount of marketing is going to fix. So I tried it, believe me, I've been a sales funnel architect for 15 years and I know exactly how it works. It's painful when you're doing everything, but there's a system failure. People can't book, people don't get follow-ups, and you get blamed because there's no sales. So it is awful. And the next one is basically what I do at this point is I offer clients to re-architect the broken funnels and put them back together so they don't leak. And as a result, the revenue will continuously improve and carry on flowing because there's no bottlenecks in the system. So the structural failures, I told you about the structural failures and my issues as a sales funnel builder in my previous life, if you would like to put it that way. First of all, the unintegrated stack. So you might have HubSpot, you might have other systems, you might have methods, and if they don't speak to each other, there's a data black hole. The second one is the internal Cold War. So when sales blames marketing, marketing blames branding, and it goes around and no one takes responsibility. And then there's the silent profit drain, the manual backhand. So when you've got to manually follow up or analyze data, that's a churn, and that's such a waste. As lead marketing agents, we hate doing it, so we never do. And then there's the unused arsenal. So you've got loads of content out there and it's just sitting there waiting for production or the next campaign or something like that instead of going out there and getting e clients. That's what it is designed to do. And the sugar rush, which is the matrix. So me and Oracle, my strategic AI console, have this sugar rush phrase when people are just obsessed over their metrics, how many people like my post. It's not going to give you revenue. So that's the wrong thing to measure. You're measuring things that should not be measured really in business because you're in business to make money, not to be liked. Simple as that. So first of all, unintegrated stack, CRM, billing, customer retention, sales, they just don't speak to each other. And according to Gartner, it's 17% of leakage. So it is important. You're blind to the data, you don't gain intelligence, and your competitors have the competitive advantage. And then the second and third is the internal warfare and manual chaos. So the internal Cold War is that misalignment with the message and the data your customers fed back to you. So you're sending out the wrong message to the wrong people. And you're losing 20 to 30% of opportunities, which is criminal, really. And the next one is the manual backend. So it's more like a silent, steady drain of 5 to 10% of top line revenue. It can be billing errors, missed renewals, wrong pricing, not staying in touch with clients properly, and that's a huge thing for companies. And then 4 and 5 are basically the unused arsenal. Uh, you need to be out there. You need your clients to consume your content, and if you're missing out, um, you'll fall behind 25 to 40% uh, behind your competitors. And then the sugar rush is basically you focus on clicks and likes and reach and everything, and it should literally not matter. What should matter is the bottom line, and that's what we care about here at LMNts Marketing as well. So it's not a theory. You might think, oh, that sounds all good. So it's all pie in the sky. We have measured data across the board within our clientele, and we noticed that when you're building the system from the ground up, you get better conversions, less noise, and more efficiency. Okay, so we talked about the pitfalls, we talked about where you're losing revenue, and you might think, oh, that's all lovely and maybe pie in the sky, and I don't know if it's going to work for my business. So where's the proof? Here's the proof. So in my own business, Elements Marketing, we won multiple awards, EB 100 3 times, Elite International Elite 2025. I'm not going to go into details. We have gained a lot by cutting back. So cutting back actually makes the system more efficient. So taking away what's not performing or what's below your floor, as Ben Hardy would say, is going to improve your business. So we were the guinea pigs basically of our own systems before we rolled it out to our clients. And what we found is we subtracted everything that was really not making enough difference and focused on what did make a difference, which at that time was the marketing SWOT service, followed by an entire full service overhaul of the client system. Anything that was a standalone service, SEO, content marketing, paid ads, web development, we stopped offering it standalone completely. So we just made the landing pages disappear. This is what we did. This is what we're good at. We're playing in a completely different league than your generic agencies. So in the beginning, we said no more than we said yes. So whenever we got the inbound inquiry saying, I need a website, sorry, we can't offer that. We can offer this. Not a good fit. Okay, goodbye. This is our recommendation. There's another company that can do that. But what's interesting is the numbers you can actually see on the screen, black and white, and it has happened. So as soon as we stopped trying to be everything for everyone, the landing page conversions went from 1 to 3% to 20% plus. So we didn't get a lot of traffic. We cut back the traffic on the landing pages, obviously. But whatever we got was laser focused, qualified leads. We also had less noise and complexity, so we didn't have to have a specialist for everything or account managers. We did not actually have to do the work. We had to work with the client's own team. So reduced traffic, but much better signals for the industry. And more efficiency as a result, because we are obsessed with the lean marketing management principle, and that's how we've been running Elements Marketing for a long time. It's better to whisper to a couple of people than shouting to the crowds. And that's why architecture beats any campaign, any funnel, any tactic that's out there. And that's exactly what the Paternoster marketing system is all about. So if we talked about the failures and the leaks and everything, and you said, yes, I have noticed that, or this is my problem, you're not alone. So we diagnose that there is an issue, and you do have to deal with it, because you will build a leaner, more efficient, and easier to run system. Not to mention it will be much more profitable because you won't lose the leads, the customers. So there are a couple of things you can do. The first thing is I will put all of the links in the description box below. You can take the assessment, which is absolutely free. It's a free Paternoster scorecard, which is going to find you which of the 5 leagues you're bleeding revenue from. And then step 2 is we can do a Paternoster systems audit. However, there is a catch. We only have 10 slots for Q4, and about 3 of them are gone. So you've got 7 really. It's exclusively for leaders who are done patching the leaks and are ready to build a new foundation, and they want to do better. They want to make their systems better. They want to increase the profit without the pain as well. And that's exactly where we are. So the first step is the assessment. The second step is commissioning the audit, which is an in-depth personal audit that's going to tell you exactly how you can fix the leaks. And step three is to get the blueprint, or you can do it right now. I'm going to put the link below, and you can go ahead, find the link to my book called Paternoster Marketing and read it. It's not long, by the way, and it's action packed. And on the link I'm posting below, you will also find a workbook so you can actually work through your issues and diagnose them yourself if you don't want to book an appointment with us. Or you can diagnose it yourself and then come to us and ask us how we can be partners to your transformation into a paternoster marketing system, because that's exactly what's at stake right now. So the book cover is there, and as you can see, there is a little paternoster elevator on the cover. That's the ebook cover, by the way. And what it symbolizes is the fractionless movement of leads in your system. I don't know if you've seen a paternoster elevator before. I was lucky enough when I was 3 years old to see one. And what this elevator did is it did not stop and it did not have doors. So you just had to hop in on one floor and hop out on another one, and it didn't stop at all. It was just moving slowly and there was no friction. You did not have to wait for anything too long. And that's the inspiration behind the system I just built and just launched on Amazon. So it would be really, really cool if you could check it out. Let me know what you think and write a scorecard. Maybe speak soon about your results, and download the workbook as well, because that's going to be extremely useful if you're looking for leaks in your system and you want to permanently get rid of them. Unfortunately, you will have to dismantle the system and rebuild, but it's fun at the same time. So, hope you will tune in for the next episode. And this course is available for free for all the founders, because I believe that this system is going to transform so many businesses and it's going to put so many millions back on the table for businesses that I should not stay quiet about it. So see you next time.